Hello everybody, and thank you for coming by the channel. So over this past weekend, there was a pre-release event for Spider-Man, and I was fortunate enough to go to it. So this here is a sealed pre-release pack. I actually managed to get 2 of them on my way out of the door. I did get, obviously, the one that I purchased to actually participate in the sealed event. Might look at a few cards that we pulled out of there depending on what we end up pulling out of these. So this will be the first look at Spider-Man, along with my initial impressions. I did grow up watching some of the Spider-Man movies, so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what is in this set. I have already seen some cards from the actual pre-release event, along with playing against others. So I have seen a few of the cards already, but I'm very interested to see what else this set has to offer. But with that, nothing else to do but to get into it. So first things first, this is a sealed event, so the way this would be done in a card shop is you would receive this, and inside there are 6 total packs, and you would basically build a deck out of these to then play against others. Personally, I always like the pre-release events. In my opinion, they put everybody on a level, even playing field, so that a new player has the same access to the same cards as a player that's been there for a very long time. Mainly in the event because of events like Commander, where people are building their decks and spending a lot of money on their decks, that a person that's new to the hobby may not have access to or the funds to really put together a competitive deck for the groups that they are playing against. So I personally really like pre-release events because it puts everybody on the same page and everyone has equal access to it. So this box ran me $50, and we'll go ahead and see what we got out of it. So to start things off, we pull the little web here. And we have friendly, amazing, spectacular. And then on the inside, we have a deck box for our pre-release deck, and this will also contain our die and our promo card, and it'll even have a little sheet for new players to help build their first pre-release deck. So to begin with, we have a black and green die. As I said, just a little deck box. Now, I want to look at pre-release card after, but we have our 6 total packs, a divider card to be able to separate the deck that you're playing against all of your extras, and then this pack back here, which we will take a look at in a second, is our pre-release card. And our pre-release card for this box is Silk Web Weaver. I'd say not a bad card. I did not see anybody playing this at the tournament, so I have no real idea on how it plays in-game. But I'm sure we'll find that out in the future. And pack 1. So our first card is Romantic Rendezvous, Professional Wrestler, Scorpion Sting, Wild Pack Squad, Doc Ock, Sinister Scientist, Pumpkin Bombardment, Scout the City, Spider Bite Web Warden, Wall Crawl, Prowler, Clawed Thief, Supportive Parents, with our first rare being Agent Venom, with our first foil being Venom's Hunger, and to finish this pack off, we have a foil Savage Mansion and a treasure token. On to pack 2. We have Web Up, Mysterio's Phantasm, Angry Rabble, Craven's Cats, Swarm Being of Bees, Spiderman Webslinger, Spider Bot, Pumpkin Bombardment, Prison Break, Spiders Man, Heroic Horde, and this is the first full art I've seen, at least that I've pulled out of this set, being Spider, piloted by Penny, as our first full art, followed by our rare being Hydra Man, Fluid Felon, with our foil being Craven's Cats. And to finish the pack off, we have Savage Mansion and a robot token. Pack 3. Start out with Electro's Bolt, Spider Rex Daring Dino, Common Crook, City Pigeon, Beetle Legacy Criminal, Spiderbot, Spider Manifestation, Eerie Gravestone, Spider UK, Alien Symbiosis, Shocker Unshakable, with our rare being Spider Sense, our foil being Common Crook, and we finish the pack off with a Basic Forest and a treasure token. Pack 4. We start out with Passenger Ferry, Electro's Bolt, Spider Rex Daring Dino, Common Crook, Selfless Police Captain, Unstable Experiment, Masked Meower, Gallant Citizen, Damage Control Crew, Scorpion Seething Striker, Chameleon Master of Disguise, with our rare for this pack being Maximum Carnage, followed by a foil Pumpkin Bombardment, and to finish this pack off, we have a Plains and a treasure token. Pack 5. We have Wild Pack Squad, Doc Ock, Sinister Scientist, Taxi Driver, Subway Train, Merciless Enforcers, Oscorp Research Team, Mechanical Mobster, Spectacular Tactics, Spider Slayer, Hatred Honed, Aunt May, Scarlet Spider Kane. With our first mythic rare being Imposter Syndrome, with the meme art. With our foil being Damage Control Crew, with a webbed island and a spider token to finish off this pack. And then finally, our 6th pack. We have Spider-Gwen, Free Spirit, Grow Extra Arms, Risky Research, Daily Bugle Reporters, Passenger Ferry, Mechanical Mobster, Oscorp Research Team, Scout the City, Molten Man, Inferno Incarnate, Flash Thompson, Spider-Fan, Vulture, Scheming Scavenger. With our rare being Villainous Wrath. With our foil being Web Up. And we finish this pack off with a Ominous Asylum and a Human Citizen token. Alright, and with that we have finished up our first pre-release box. Before we go through and really start looking at these, I do have another one that we'll go ahead and open. But these are the 7 rare cards that we pulled out of this box. And we will take a look at them compared to the other ones here in a minute. Alright, so we finished up our first pre-release box, and we have a second one. So, since we've already basically done a unboxing on the first one, I think what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and get on into this and see what we pull. Alright, so inside this one, we have a black and red die. We have a black and red die. I really like the way this one turned out, in my opinion. I do really like the black and red, and I always think red, fits better with Spider-Man, but that's just my opinion. Alright, so same as before, we have our 6 packs, our little divider, and we have Cheering Crowd as our pre-release card. Go ahead and set that off to the side. And first pack of box 2. To start things off, we have Common Crook, followed by Selfless Police Captain, Unstable Experiment, Romantic Rendezvous, Professional Wrestler, Spider Manifestation, Eerie Gravestone, Ezekiel Sims, Spider Totem. Sandman's Quicksand, following that we have a full art Spider-Man Noir. With our first rare being Arachne, Psychic Weaver. Followed by that, we have another rare being Friendly Neighborhood. With our foil being Daily Bugle Reporters. And to finish this off, we have a Sinister Hideout and a Human Citizen token. Pack 2. We have Thwip, Amazing Acrobatics, Spider-Gwen, Free Spirit, Guy in the Chair, Venom's Hunger, Spider Manifestation, Vibrant Cityscape, Tombstone, Career Criminal, Spider-Girl, Legacy Hero, Hobgoblin, Mantled Marauder. And then our rare is Silk Web Weaver. Same one we had as our pre-release card in the previous box. Followed by a second rare being Spider-Punk. Following that, we have a foil Venom Evil Unleashed with a Webbed Plains and a treasure token to finish off this pack. I'd like to say we are only 2 packs into this box, and we already have 4 pulled rares. So hopefully that trend continues, and this ends up being a really good box. On to pack 3. We have City Pigeon, Beetle, Legacy Criminal, Electro's Bolt, Spider Rex, Daring Dino, Common Crook, News Helicopter, Spider-Man No More, Spider Islanders, Shriek Troublemaker, Silver Sable Mercenary Leader, Wisecrack. Our rare for this pack is a land, being Oscorp Industries, followed by a rare foil, being Kraven the Hunter. And to finish this pack off, we have a Swamp and a Robot token. Pack number 4. Start pack number 4, we have Scorpion's Sting, Wild Pack Squad, Doc Ock, Sinister Scientist, Taxi Driver, Subway Train, Eerie Gravestone, Spider Islanders, Hot Dog Cart, Madam Web, Clairvoyant, Web Shooters, Web Warriors, and our first mythic rare out of this box is also Imposter Syndrome. Kind of an interesting coincidence there. Our foil is Supportive Parents. And we finish the pack off with a University Campus and a Treasure Token. Pack number 5. Start pack number 5 off, we have Starling, Aerial Ally, Doc Ock's Henchman, Steel Wrecking Ball, Grow Extra Arms, Risky Research, Lurking Lizards, another Hot Dog Cart, Skyward Spider, Terrific Team Up, Morbius the Living Vampire, Flying Octobot. With our rare for this pack being Carnage, Crimson Chaos. With our foil being Grow Extra Arms. Followed by a foil land being Ominous Asylum, and a treasure token to finish off this pack. And then last but not least, we have pack 6. And to start pack 6 off, we have Daily Bugle Reporters, Passenger Ferry, Shock, Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary, Inner Demons Gangsters, Lurking Lizards, Skyward Spider, Venomized Cat, Rhino's Rampage, Green Goblin Revenant, Robotics Mastery, with our rare being Jackal, Genius Geneticist, followed by a foil, Swarm Being of Bees. And to finish this pack off, and the box, we have Sinister Hideout and a robot token. So we ended up actually pulling 10 rares out of this set, or out of this, which I believe we pulled 8 out of our others if we include the pre-release card that's located here for this set, for this box. So out of them all, we ended up pulling 8 rare and 1 mythic, being Imposter Syndrome, which is actually what we pulled in our other box as well. Moving into the final comparison though, I'm actually going to bring out the box that I actually got at the pre-release event, and the one that I built a deck around, or built a deck with. With that being said though, I did pull out all of the rares and mythics along with my pre-release card, so that well, we can take a look and see how it compares versus what we have opened up today. Alright, so to wrap up this first look through pre-releases, let's go ahead and take a look at what we actually ended up getting out of them. So this stack here is from our first box that we opened in today's video. This one here in the middle is what we opened second in the video. And then the one that wasn't opened on video, but I opened in the pre-release event, is this stack here. I'll go ahead and just go through them real quick so that you guys can see the cards, and then we can kind of lay them out and see how they compare, well, versus the others. So out of what I actually pulled at the pre-release event, my box topper, my promo card, was Anti-Venom, Horrifying Healer. Actually, really cool card. Pretty happy I pulled it. As our rares, believe, well, I should probably do this. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cards that I actually pulled at the pre-release event. The first one up is, well, at first we'll take a look at the Mythic Rare cards. I did manage to actually get 2 of them in my original box. One of them was actually the promo card, being Anti-Venom, Horrifying Healer. Pretty excited to have seen this one as my pre-release card. Definitely cool. The one I actually pulled from a pack was Cosmic Spiderman, also a Mythic Rare. And then after that, the rest of these should be rares. But we have Doc Ock's Tentacles, Oscorp Industries, Parker Luck, Carnage, Crimson Chaos, Hide on the Ceiling, a second Hide on the Ceiling, and Arena, Heart of the Spider. So for the pre-release tournament, I actually ended up running Rakdos colors, being black and red. So I actually did not get to use either the Cosmic Spider-Man or Anti-Venom, for that matter. But let's go ahead and move forward with just a side-to-side comparison. To begin with, we'll look at our pre-release cards. Obviously, they're all foil, all rare or higher. I'd say pretty close across the board. I do have to say, I think we got lucky with the initial box for the pre-release event. Just getting Anti-Venom as a Mythic Rare, I think that is probably a pretty lucky pull. So after that, we ended up pulling 1 Mythic Rare out of each of our 3 boxes. From the 2 that we opened today, both of them were Imposter Syndrome. And out of the box that was opened on the pre-release date, we ended up with Cosmic Spider-Man. But each box did come with a Mythic. That seems pretty consistent there too. So for this, I'll go ahead and just move into the first pack, where we ended up with a total of 5 rares out of our packs. So by the time everything is said and done, we pulled 1 rare or Mythic Rare out of all of our packs. And that was all for box 1. For box 2, I think we ended up with a pretty hard-hitting box. A total of 8 rares out of our 6 packs. meaning 3 of our packs we ended up pulling 2 rares out of. That, of course, including our mythic rare, Imposter Syndrome. And then for the box on game day, we ended up pulling a total of 7 rare cards and our 1 mythic. So only really 1 less than the second box that we open today. That being said, down the road we might go ahead and do a value check and just see where each one of these aligned. So that might come later, but this is a first look at the Spider-Man set. So I do think that there are several cool cards, and playing into the multiverse theme, being able to have multiple forms of Spider-Man. But let me know what you guys are thinking of this set in the comments down below. Are you excited for it? Do you fall in that group of people that don't understand why we're not just having one big Marvel set? But let me know that in the comments down below. If you liked what you've seen today and want to see more, the next video I plan to put up on the channel will hopefully be an opening of this Play Booster box, in which we will also open all of them up, kind of do a similar thing, try to condense it a little bit by not saying every card, but it too plan to do a value check in the long run, but mainly just to see what we pull and see if we get any really cool cards from it. If you want to see that, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out. Thank you guys for watching.